Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm Chuck Gehman. I'm with Mimeo.com, and I'll tell you a little bit about Mimeo and about LinkedIn, and then we'll get into some of the nuts. So, just some background on LinkedIn. It was founded in 2003. These PayPal guys have really become sort of the you know really some of the most important people in tech. And Reid Hoffman was at PayPal, and he founded LinkedIn in 2003. PayPal was sold to eBay, you may recall. So all of those guys made a lot of money doing this. They raised money for this company in 2003, which wasn't a great time actually to raise money for a sort of B2B company. And they actually, it's amazing to think now, but at that time when they were founded, people weren't really investing in social media at all, which is wild to think about now. But the Sequoia Capital, who also funded Google, YouTube, and Zappos, believed in their idea, and they got off the ground. And if you look at the next few bullets here, they were right to invest in the company. Clearly, they had 81,000 users at the end of 2003. At the end of 2004, they had 1.6 million, 15 million at the end of 2007, and then when they just went public this year in May, they had more than 100 million users. So obviously Facebook, 750 million users, a lot bigger, much more global, but LinkedIn actually spent a lot of this year moving globally as well, so it is becoming a global tool. So, you know, I personally have all my information out there. I have my phone number. I've got my blog is linked from there. Mimeo's website is linked. You might be I have our physical address. I've got my contact settings. Everyone can see everything on my profile without being connected to me, because there's nothing there that's a secret. I want people to be able to find out about me and Mimeo. And then there's a bunch of other goodies you can do to it. All right, I certainly recommend that you have a picture. You can change the URL, and your LinkedIn URL will appear in Google searches also. So if somebody's looking for Chuck Gehman, they're gonna get linked from Google to my LinkedIn profile, which is a good thing to have happen. I like things like describing associations and charities that I'm associated with, because I think that helps people understand that you're a well-rounded person and that you're not just there for commercial activities. I like the Amazon reading list also. You can actually review books that you've read, and I find it actually quite fascinating to look at other people's Amazon reading lists too. And you can rearrange the sections of the profile. Personally, I've been happy with the way it's arranged right now, but you can actually move everything around on it, and if that suits the way you'd like to communicate your information better than the default layout, you can do that. So it shows who you are, what you do. This is probably one of the most important things you're going to want to do on LinkedIn, which is your status updates. And I always tweet them as well. LinkedIn is connected to Twitter, so I almost never log into Twitter. I almost always just tweet right from LinkedIn. It has your job history. It has your activity in your profile. Summary of what I'm into, which I change fairly often. My past jobs, and things that I've written, recommendations are incredibly important. And then you can even post, there are all my recommendations. So one thing I certainly would want to do. You're actually seeing it the way I see it, and if you look at my profile on LinkedIn, it looks different from this slightly. You won't see all the recommendations unless you click into them, but. This stuff certainly could be further up. The boards that I'm on, the associations I'm involved with, some of the stuff that I've done, and then the links to my website and my blog. This stuff, I don't keep any of this stuff. These are all the groups that I'm in. You can belong to up to 50 groups, and you will not see all of those on my profile. If you come and look at me, you only see like my favorite 5 because it's overwhelming. You don't want to have like the 50 groups logos that you belong to on your profile. You want it to be about you, not about other people or other associations or companies. There's my phone number. There's some awards I won. What to contact me about. There's that reading list I was talking about. And then you can even put slideshows on here, which is great. So I've got a slideshow for a presentation that I did at TAGA this year.